Okay. So somebody had asked to see my weapons here. And so we'll go through some of that real fast. Weapons are a little different than like going through a build because there's not really a ton to go over, I feel like. Just because you're more limited in a lot of it. So this knife, the Korok is the stabby one, right? And I prefer this one just because I like the attack pattern and just the overall functionality of it. I like the fact that you can use it almost like a rapier and like stab at specific locations, which is why I think having the melee weak spot damage on here is pretty clutch. I could be completely wrong. It could be terrible. I guess I don't actually know. Obviously, I locked myself into the maniac damage. 25% would be better, but you know, well, it's not bad. I think I could probably get rid of Bash, although I do push a lot, so I think I'm using it more than I realize. So I don't know, maybe it's really good. I do really like thrust, especially because when we were going over my build, we were showing and talking a lot about using the heavy attack stuff, so I think thrust is great. Even if you're not fully charging, you know, you start to charge up your heavy attack, you're getting something out of it. And, you know, up to 20% off of a charge, you know, that compounds really well with where is it at? With this, the damage bonus on the fully charged melee attack. I think they just kind of go hand in hand, which is why I like it. I got good rolls up here, like really good rolls on this thing. I think mobility is probably the least important, but even, you know, I still got pretty good rolls on all of it, so especially on all this other stuff that I think is more important, especially penetration with the stabbing and such. So I prefer this. I do have this Bull Butcher that's quite good, obviously. I've had this for a long time, actually. Its only downside is the penetration, so it doesn't do as much against the armor, which is why I had chose to put like the armor damage perks on here. I understand they're not that great, but that was my rationale. I was compensating for that. I think Savage Sweep is great on the Bull Butcher because you're just mashing light attack all the time and you're constantly just cleaving and cleaving, so you're just increasing your cleave. I think this works really well on here. And then Slaughterer. Yeah, it's only 3, but you know, you're just getting more and more damage out of this thing when you're just chopping through stuff. So again, I know it's only a 369, fell off in the penetration department. Don't we all? But I think it's like a near god roll, honestly. So I used this for a very, very long time. Honestly, I used this up until I went back to checking out the Stabby Cleaver, and I discovered that I liked it a lot more. Just, you can get the same swipes out of, like, when you mash light attack with the Bull Butcher, you just are swinging and chopping, right? You can get that same attack pattern with this just by doing a light and then into the heavy, and you just alternate light, heavy, light, heavy. It's the same general same pattern. See this, you know, I think I got this just, I think I rolled this and didn't do anything with it. because I had thought about checking out, because this is the third cleaver. It's okay. This shovel right here is pretty dope. It's got big crit. I used this for a while. It was quite good. But I don't know. It's just not, it's not my favorite weapon. Same with this. Like, I think this is probably, outside of that block efficiency, which I guess could be worse, but this thing is really good too. I just don't like the weapon. But this, I unfortunately, I wish I could like trade this to somebody who likes this weapon, because I think I have a good roll on it. Not only is it a 379, but you got thrust again, which is great, because especially with this, you're doing heavy attacks, and then you're staggering people all the damn time, so you're just getting more damage as well. I like this weapon, just never use it. Here's another club with that's a 380, and this shield is a 380. I just have them to have just in case, I guess. Maybe not so much this. I probably just kept it because it was a 380. Same thing here. The guns. So I just rolled this yesterday, and now I know it's only a 341. Bummer, but it's just the ammo. Everything else is great. Oh no, I only have 20 grenades to shoot. Whatever. This is definitely the least important. So I put the reload speed and the damage to unyielding on it, because I think you encounter them quite a bit, and a lot of enemies are counted as unyielding, I believe. I think adhesive is sick as hell now. I think it always was good when it just applied to monstrosities, but now that it applies to ogrins, I think it's phenomenal. So having this on here and coupling it with this shattering impact, because you're always going to get a direct projectile hit on an ogrin, because you're going to be sticking it to him. So that's huge, I feel. Reload speed is just nice. I have the same thing on my kickback. Because I just like the reload speed. It's already got a high reload speed. Might as well add more. That's kind of where I feel with that. I like run and gun. I think it's just handy. If I have to run up to try to help somebody or get something off of somebody. Like, this thing deletes the unarmored ragers, the berserkers. It just deletes them, and those are like my biggest weakness to fight against. So I like having this to just like whip out. Most of the time it only takes one shot. Sometimes it takes two. Expansive. Now this isn't great, admittedly. At least the way that I play. I almost would have to completely change my playstyle. Like I said, I use this to mostly delete ragers. I could shoot it into a horde where I'm guaranteed to hit at least 3 enemies. And then, I guess for 3.5 seconds, I have mega melee power. I mean, I guess it's not terrible. Again, it's only a 3. This probably becomes 45%, I assume, at a 4. If it can go up to a 4, I don't even know. But yeah, good rolls on this thing. I like this a lot. Now, I have these 2 grenade fists that are 380. I just never did anything with them. Same with, like, you know, well, this is only a 376, but just in case. I'll keep some stuff. Here's another rumbler that's 380. I'm just whatever, and a 379 ripper, but it's burst fire. See, I personally prefer the fully automatic one, but I'll probably still sit on this. And I guess with 19, it's not bad for the burst. So now on my curios here, for a while I was running all max health, and then one of the ones that I rolled, it was actually 2 of the ones that I rolled just ended up with sprint efficiency. And so I think that's probably why I rolled it onto here, because it also had the revive speed. So, which I think revive speed is just, it works for everything, including, or at least it used to. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass a little bit. Like getting an enemy out of a net or something, or not an enemy, but an ally out of a net. So I just like revive speed. I just think it supports the team. I've since, so I have a max health one here, and I put, you know, the top roll, and then I put the +5 on there. It already had the resistance to snipers. I kept that because I wanted the revive speed, and I wanted the extra health to get the 26% here. Over here, though, this might be the one that I rolled yesterday. Yeah, because this already had toughness regen speed on it, so I rolled more toughness and the revive speed, and then this one has the same type of situation going, but I had to put the toughness regen on it. So with the, you know, again, it's only the 15%. I believe 17 is the max, but oh well. I got damage resistance to snipers. Cool, that's fine. That's just kind of a bonus. I get 35% resistance when I get hit by them, which happens a decent amount of time. I was using this one. I ditched this one because I rolled this one. So yeah, it's 16 and this is 15, but I wanted to swap to this one. Down here, I'm just sitting on these max stamina ones, just in case that ever becomes like something that I'm looking for. I got a couple options to roll here. Pretty much anytime I see something that is like a max blessing, I'm gonna hang on to it for the most part. Because you never know, especially with curios and stuff. Now, even though you can re-roll the perks and they made the curios a lot better as far as like customizing them, you can still get dumped on and, you know, just get a shitty curio. So I think having multiple on deck is the play. This one I could probably get rid of at this point. Because I'm probably never gonna use it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like I said, I would maybe replace Bash on here with something else if I got something good, but I don't really know what I would where am I? What I would be looking for, to be honest with you.
I suppose.
So I'm always checking in here just to see. Here's a thrust. Obviously I don't need it, but a lot of the time I'm buying weapons out of here for the blessing. Cause these suck. These are good. These are nice blessings, but on a 336, I mean, it's, I don't know. I guess it could be worse. See, like, you could maybe get this and re-roll. Definitely the curio reward. It could evolve into a decent option there. This, you know, I got Bash again on here. This one is interesting. I mean, this is similar to the one that I have, but with worse penetration. But you could still make it work, I guarantee that. Especially if you're chopping hordes. The penetration isn't really gonna make much difference here, because you're chopping just unarmored enemies, so. And you can still obviously kill with this weapon. Like, you could still fight and kill flak or carapace armored enemies. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. So yeah, you know, I'm always checking in here too to try to find stuff. But you already know that, so I don't need to waste your time explaining that to you. But yeah, just a little bit of insight into some of my weapons, like I had mentioned. Somebody had asked. I've wanted to oblige. Doodles, bro.